Tom Rousseau of Canadian Tire was selected as Security Director of the Year for 2014 by Canadian Security Magazine's Editorial Advisory Board. Tom was responsible for coming up with a security plan for a delegation of Canadian Tire representatives who visited Sochi, Russia, during the last Winter Olympics, and also works closely with the company's IT department on ongoing security projects.
The biggest department that we work with is IT. We look at it from a point of view of they own the information and we try to protect the assets. So whenever we're working with some of our labs or some of our data centers that we may have across the country, we really sit together and work a quick solution and something that is going to be, again, functional for everybody, but at the same time be effective.
I work with different security teams. Some take themselves way too seriously. You got to be loose about this. You got to say, okay, well, how is this going to work? How are we going to make this work? It's the ability to be able to monitor beyond the physical site, to be able to use all the technologies in a symphony type way. And people like Josh on his team, they're very progressive in that thinking.
Tom and I have worked on many projects together, whether internally, externally, and also overseas with the Olympics and all throughout Canada, United States. Sochi had its challenges. Tom and I both being relatively new to the overseas experience, and as our company's expanding, we had to figure out ways to leverage all our resources and our people and our intelligence networks. So we connected with a whole, just a resource group around Canada, the United States, Paris, Brazil, people that have done that, been there before. So in the end, what we did is we compiled a whole bunch of resources from government officials, law enforcement, private companies, and security leaders throughout the industry, and put together a whole mitigating package to protect our employees and the integrity of our brand.
The Olympic work itself, although was a very short amount of time, included a year and change of hard and long hours, and having us collaborating with different organizations, whether it's international police forces, whether it's the office of the consulate in Moscow. We really had to go out and ask for help. We're new at this. How do we do this? And from that, we learned and built our own strategy behind it. So we really have to focus with our folks to say, you need to stay here. You can't go for your jog at 5 o'clock in the morning. By the way, the phone that we're giving you is a clean phone. There's a GPS tracking device on it. We know where you are all the time because we really want to make sure that we kept them contained and that we kept them safe. We asked the Canadian consulate to provide us with a letter with their stamp on it and with their signature and with their information. And it was translated in Russian and in English. And we gave that letter to each of our guests and said, if you get broken off from the group, you need to find a police officer and you will give him that letter. And the fact that we reached out to the consulate and spoke with them, during one of the meetings they actually said we were the first organization that ever done that. In the past, people were registered on the website to show that they're traveling internationally, but to actually reach out to the people on the ground and say, here's where we are, here's our phone number, and by the way, we want yours, so we're able to call you, was a great win for us. You want everybody to have a sense of being part of the Olympic, which was such a great thing, but also you want them to have a sense of safety and that they feel comfortable where they are and they're comfortable in their environment. And I think we were able to create that just by working together and coming up with our plan and making sure that we executed it well at the end of the day.